So let's take a look and see if there's anything here I wanted to also point out. When you click in your pivot tables, it should bring up the show field, pivot table fields over to the right. And we've already done this stuff here where we are moving the different things around, like move region into other quadrants, and look how this shifts or pivots your view of the data. So move region, here is count of region into other quadrants. Okay, let's put region there, right? And now we have Melissa Gomez and how she did in each region, and Masai Goldthwait and how he did in each region, and so forth. And we could even switch this so that region is no longer on the bottom and salesperson's on the top. We could instead have salesperson on the bottom and region on the top. And look at it now. We have by region how each salesperson did. So it's, so powerful. It makes me giddy. It makes me laugh. But, we just pivot our view of the data, which is where they really get their name. One question is does the pivot table update when the underlying source data changes? And the answer is not automatically. So if I click in this pivot table and I go up to analyze and I say I want to see what is my data source, so I could choose change data source, and it shows me here that my data source has been built off of the sales data gen right here at this table. I'm going to hit cancel, right? So let's just take some of this data right there, Control C on my keyboard to copy that. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to paste that, but just as values with formatting so that, I no longer have this tied to the pivot table, but it's identical to what's here right there. So I'm going to highlight that and highlight that. So we're going to see, this data is all the same right now. Now we're going to change this underlying data of the sales data generation table. And this is the table where the data updates. So if you watch this second record right here, let's give it a slightly different color. And watch what happens when I update this table, right? That record is just dynamically, along with all the other 2,999 records in this table, it's dynamically being recreated. So I've completely changed the underlying data. Did my pivot table update? No, this data is still exactly the same. To get it to update, I have to right click, choose refresh, and now notice, right, here's Connecticut, 54,000. Used to be 48. Here's Massachusetts, 56,000. Used to be 51. So now this pivot table is reflecting the underlying data, which had been changed. And this is what it was before the change. So that's pretty cool, I think. One thing you could also do with your sales data is you could go up here to Insert Recommended Pivot Tables, and it'll give you a bunch of different options, right? And some of these options won't make any sense because it's just kind of saying, hey, do you want to